Hey guys, welcome back for another vlog for Working Wisdom Wednesday. Hopefully your week has been great and off to a great start. And sorry, somebody texted me. And hopefully you are feeling very productive. Now we have less than 10 days left of January 2019. That is so crazy. Like, time is flying by super duper fast. So hopefully you're on it and you're making moves. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about trusting the process. Now we hear that a lot. It's almost like a cliche type thing, but it's so true. Now let me give you a story. Today I received my official publishing deal contract. So I'm so excited to have that and to have a distributor and just to have an amazing author coach. Like, she works with a lot of celebrities, a lot of TV personalities, things of that sort. So I'm so excited, and I know that this is just the beginning and there's so much more to come. Now, the backstory of that is, though, back in February 2017, I think that's my house, the house I was living in Charlotte. The roof, the ceiling in the kitchen had collapsed. Like, it just fell apart, and my children and I had to be every time I come outside there's an airplane. It never fails. My children and I had to be basically put into a hotel. The insurance company paid for an extended stay hotel, so we stayed there. I thought I heard a dog. I was like, oh no, Betty. We stayed there for about a month, and during that time I remember I was still writing my book, and I was actually talking to an agent who was giving me some guidance, but I hadn't finished my book yet. So fast forward to later on, I guess in 2017, I got a link to come to Atlanta for this literary event. Now, I was so excited about finally releasing my book, but I didn't really know which direction to go in. I didn't know anything about publishing. I didn't know anything. So I was just like, I don't know, but this sounds like a good event. And then a couple people from a couple shows from VH1 was there, so I was like, it'd be a good networking event. And because at the time I was executive producing my first web series, which you can find on my page as well. There's a playlist for season 1. So I was already into the producing and the web series, that type of stuff. So I was like, this is a great opportunity. Let me go out here and meet some of them and check out Atlanta, because at that point too, I had already decided I really want to move to Atlanta. Now, it almost was like, where did that come from? But it just hit me. It was like, it's time to leave Charlotte. It's time to move on to my next level. And anyway, I came to the event, met the publisher, met the authors. It was so amazing. I was like, oh my God, this is what I want to do. Somehow when I came back to North Carolina, I got distracted some kind of way, and I ended up going to I ended up leaving North Carolina, but I ended up going to southern Georgia, so Baxley, Georgia, and I worked in the prison with male inmates, and I treated them for mental health and addictions. It was something I had never done before, so I took the opportunity, and I was recruited, and I was given a sign-on bonus, all that kind of stuff. But the whole 8 months I was there, I just knew God had something more for me, and I was like, I'm supposed to be in Atlanta. That's where he was telling me to go, and I just didn't follow the directions, and I just went my own little way, and I don't regret it. But I was like, okay, it's time to get back on track. It's time to go where God was telling you to go. You got to trust the process. Sometimes we detour, and sometimes that's okay. It works to your advantage because you learn something along the way. However, you got to get back on track. You got to follow what God had assigned for you, and you got to trust that. So I got back on track. I was like, you know what, God, this ain't where I want to be. I just knew, and so I only stayed there for 8 months. I was like, I don't want to be here. So I ended up coming to Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta for probably a little over 6 months, going on a year. This will be a year. I think in June will be a year. And a lot has happened in the past 6 months, and I had a job. I resigned from that. And I was like, I want to be self-employed. I want to be my own business owner. That's who I am naturally. Again, I somewhat detour always, oh, well, this is safer. Well, no. So about a month ago, I think this weekend will be a month, I resigned from my full-time job, and I've been doing contract work as a therapist. I'm a fully credentialed therapist. So I work for myself now, and I have 2 contracts just doing what I love, what I'm passionate about. And so I was like, you know what, I had already started the process about getting in touch with my publisher, because God took me back to that. It was like, remember when you was like gonna publish with her and you were thinking, you know, and I reached out to her, and here we are. So today I received my publishing contract, and it's just getting started. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm excited about, like I said, where God is gonna take me on this journey. And like I said, my advice is to trust the process. If God tells you to go a certain direction, do that. You know, like I said, you're always gonna get back on the right path eventually, but sometimes the timing, you detour, you waste time. Sometimes you meet people along the way, and that's a good thing, or sometimes it's not necessarily a good thing. But I just say trust the process, trust the journey, and don't be afraid. I think that's really the core of when we make these detours. It's like, well, this is safer, this is easier, this is something everybody else has already tried. I know this will work for me, so let me just do this. But that's not, if God didn't tell you to do that, don't do it. You do what he tells you to do, and you keep going. Because like for me, I was supposed to be in Atlanta last year. Well, before last year. In 2017, I was supposed to be in Atlanta, the city of Atlanta. And who knows what I could have been doing already had I followed through with that, you know. So trust the process, stay focused on the goal, never give up, stay prayerful. And if you don't believe in God, whatever God you believe in, okay, that's what I mean. So anyway, I hope that helps. What have you detoured on, or what are you working on right now that you kind of put on the back burner, but you finally got into it now? So anyway, guys, follow my book page, Wounded Healer Book, on Instagram, and also on Facebook as well. I'll put a link below in the in the section, so where you can click on it. Or and then follow my personal page, Shamanda Burston. And I'm going to go ahead and start back blogging about my book process. And I'm so excited because you guys can see me when I go to book signings or do book signings, and all those kind of things. So you can be on this journey and process with me. So I'm so excited. Yes, y'all. You can do it too, whatever it is that you're trying to do. All right, guys, I will see you next Wednesday for Working Wisdom Wednesday. See you soon.